Naval Action. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Let's read. Naval Action is an exciting, realistic and beautifully... Realistic? Did they have teleports back in the 1600s? No, they didn't, did they? No, sorry about that, guys. Naval Action is an exciting, realistic and beautifully detailed naval combat game immersing players into the experience of the most beautiful period of naval history, when sailing ships ruled the seas. Yes, guys, that was a beautiful time in history when people were made to walk the plank and drown in their own vomit as they filled their insides up with seawater. And as part of the British Empire, we had probably what was the largest fucking navy of all. And we used to go around stealing everybody's countries and raping and pillaging and murdering innocent women and children just as a hobby, guys. It was certainly a beautiful, beautiful time. So what is this, guys? Naval Action. It's an early access game, and I'm reviewing this on the 27th of January 2016. So if you're watching this in the summer, you're 6 months too fucking late. Go and watch a more up-to-date one. So this is the early access version. It's £30, guys, which is a big, big ask for an early access game. It better be good. It better be good to command such a hefty price tag, because you can buy a fully finished AAA game for that. So I'm expecting a lot. I've got high hopes. See, the bar has been set high by the developer. If the developer had said, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to sell this for £30, but it's not worth that at the minute. It's early access, full of bugs, hardly any content. I'll take £15. Then I'd be a lot more forgiving. But hey, he set the bar, so let's bring it on. All right, I'm going to need a lot of the bell here. My job now is to guide you guys as to whether I think this is worth buying for £30 in its current state. No is the answer to that one. A big bloody no, and I'm going to tell you why in this video, and I'll try not to get too lost with it. So what is this game? Well, it's a high seas kind of immersive, it says realistic game. Now, I'm quite a veteran of these types of games. I'm a huge fan of Sid Meier's Pirates. I played that to death, and it's still the best of the lot. I mean, it's a great game. I played Pirates of the Burning Sea, which is another MMO similar to this, which was ghastly. It was awful. I played Windward pretty recently, did a review of that. That's a great little game, that Windward. They're all similar in the way combat is fought in these games. Now this one, the combat is brilliant. It's the best of the lot. It's just so well done, the combat in this game. Let's talk about the combat. It looks gorgeous. The sea is well animated. The ships bob and weave on the sea. It's just fabulous. The detail on the ships is brilliant, and the combat itself is so enjoyable. It's really, really good. You have a detail of whatever ship you're aiming at in the top left and top right. You see your own and you see the enemies, so you can see how much damage is done. You can see the crew of that ship and make your decision on what you're going to do. There's a lot of different types of shot you can use. You can use the standard cannonballs. You can put a couple of them in, you know, and double load it. You can fire, there's cannonades, there's different types of cannon. You can fire the grape shot to take down the crew. You can rake them. You can smack the armour of the back of the ship in and just rake down the entire ship with grape shot and take out huge amounts of their crew. You can fire at the sails with the chain shot, which is, remember, they're like the two balls on the chain, and bring the sails down. You can't bring the masts down, but you can really impede a ship's maneuverability by opening up with some nice shots to the sails. So the combat's very tactical, and if you're shit at games and you want to use easy mode, there's a basic mode where the computer does all the sails and shit. I mean, you lower and raise the sails and you control your ship with WASD, or you can go into a very highly detailed way where you control every little sail of your ship and you can do all kinds of weird maneuvers. It's a lot harder to do, but that is the way to get the best out of this game. But you don't need to be a brilliant controller of sailing ships to play this game, so it caters for both novices and experts, which I think is a fabulous touch. The actual combat itself, you press your right mouse button and that brings you to a broadside view. You'll see a red line. That's the elevation of your guns, and you can decide what order the guns fire. You can actually silence certain of your guns because you can mix and match your guns. On the bigger ships, you might have some cannonades, you might have some heavy long range guns, and you might want to silence the cannonades till you get a bit closer and use the long range guns. So you can do that just at the press of a button. You've got full control over your ship. You've got immense control over your ship, guys. And the actual combat itself, the firing, is you've got to be careful because you've got to first of all get your range. You've got to judge the waves as the waves go up and down because that will move your elevation up and down. You can fire a single shot, then look through your telescope to see if you've got range. Once you've got range, you can hit them with a full broadside. You can mix and match your ammo, as I've already said. And when you feel right, if you want to, you can actually board the ship, take on their crew with your crew, and hopefully capture the ship. You can set your crew orders during the battle. You can tell them to put more effort into sailing, which gives you more maneuverability. You can switch it to gunnery, which gives you faster reloading time, and you can also prepare to board, as I've said, which all sounds really fun, and it is fun, guys, for a few hours, but then it kind of gets unfun. Because each battle, if you do a one-on-one battle, I'm finding that on average it's taken 15 to 20 minutes, and the missions that you get are all the same. If you go to the port, which has the worst UI ever, but I'm not going to criticise the UI, it's clearly a placeholder and this is early access, so that would be just futile to do that. So you get a mission, and the mission will mark on your map with 2 crossed swords, and it'll say something like, go and seek and destroy in this area. So you sail around there, which takes 5 minutes. You get there and you see the little marker on the map, and you go over there and you join an instance, because when you're on the map, sailing around the map, it's done at a much faster rate, and you can't have any combat on that, which is exactly the same as Sid Meier's Pirates, and it's the best way of doing it because it allows you to travel around from place to place and port to port. And a great thing about it, guys, is you aren't represented on the map at all. So there's no like little blue marker to say, oh, that's exactly where I am, because back in them days you didn't have that kind of shit. You had a compass, the sun and the fucking moon, and that was it. You did have charts, and that's what you get. You get a chart, which is the map, and you have to navigate yourself by looking at your compass, working out how far southeast you need to go. You've got to take the wind, speed and direction into consideration. You may have to zigzag to keep the if you're having to head into the wind, you've got to zigzag to keep the sails full. There's a proper nautical term for that. It's zigzagging, and it's great in that sense. When you get to the crossed swords, you jump in and you will have to fight a ship, and you kill the ship, and then you sail back to the port and you do the same thing again. You get a mission which is pretty much exactly the same mission in a different place. You sail there, another 5 minutes, a 20-minute battle, turn around, go back, rinse, repeat until you want to kill yourself, because you get 2,000 gold and 50 XP. Now bear in mind that the first ship you get is free, the next one up is 55,000 gold, so do the maths so you can see how many hours you've got to grind. And do you know how much better the new ship is? It has 4 more fucking guns, guys. That's it, 4 more guns, and it costs more money to upkeep because your first ship is free to upkeep. You can buy as many repair kits for that ship as you want, 28 to be precise, and that'll keep you out on the sea for a few hours, keep repairing after each battle. But if you buy the next ship up, they cost 1,000 gold each. Why would you, for the sake of 4 extra cannons? It's pointless, and so the game's immediately broken in my eyes for that, because another thing that I hate about this game is you have instant action. Instant action! Join a PvP battle. Small battle, a large battle. Get your PvP battles here. 2 for £1. You, madam, would you like a PvP battle? Yes, you would. No, you wouldn't. Why not? What, oh, you want a game with immersion? Oh, f*** that. We don't do immersion in 2016. PvP battles. Get your PvP battles. Go on cheap. You, sir, would you like a PvP battle? We have large, we have small. Take your pick. Just press a button. You're instantly there. The French arrive. You arrive. You're instantly in the battle. That's what we want these days. Going around finding a battle. That. Real life immersion. Let's get in a battle. You, sir, would you like one? PvP battles, 2 for £1. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's the way gaming is. That's the way it is now, guys. It's just so lazily cheap. It's like, and this says realistic. Well, I'm sorry, but having ships materialise into a battle isn't realistic. I'd much rather go out and find a battle. But you know what? Everybody sits in the fucking port just joining these battles. Just like Warcraft, like World of Warcraft. Yes, exactly like World of Warcraft. That's what ruined Vanilla Warcraft. Because Vanilla Warcraft was fabulous. Everybody was out finding each other and having just battles. You'd ride round the corner and say, "F*** me, Richard on a Tuesday night with a fish fork. There's 6 alliance there. There's only 3 of us. F***ing hell." And then there'd be a battle started. But then another 3 horde would come. And it would be just great because these things just happened. And why can't we have that with naval action? Why can't I be sailing along merrily and get attacked off the French, but then another British ship comes over and sees me and helps and just go on like that? But no, let's have these instanced fucking easy mode battles. And that's the way this game's going, guys. There's a teleport, for fuck's sake. There's a teleport, guys. Yes, you get lost on the high seas. No worries. Teleport, guys. Press the button and Jean-Luc fucking Picard will pick your fucking whole fleet up and teleport you back to your capital. Isn't that hunky fucking dory? No, it isn't. It's bullshit. And this is a realistic. It says here, naval action is an exciting realistic. No, I'm sorry. I don't think James fucking Cook had a fucking teleport device on his fucking ship. He just didn't. Get rid of it all. Look, fuck the people who are impatient. All these people who don't want to play games who say, "I don't want to sail across the sea because it takes me 30 fucking minutes. And then when I get there and do me shit, it takes me 30 minutes to get..." Yes, it's a fucking sailing game. That's what it's about. It's about sailing and navigating the high fucking seas. They didn't have cruise ships, speed boats and luxury liners. It was a hard fucking life. People would die of starvation on fucking boats. They got scurvy. For fun, they used to fucking stick their dicks in the holes of the side of the boat and shag them with salt on. No, they didn't, Mac. You just made that up. That's awful. But you know what I'm saying, guys? It's a sailing fucking... It's the 1600s or whatever it is. You know, it was a hard life. Why can't we just have a game with that in? What's next? Enchanting your fucking cannons with haste. Want to sell +7 enchant haste to cannon. Flying fucking mounts. Is Thrall gonna make an appearance? Sorry, I'm getting, you know. It's just I played Pirates, guys, all these years ago. Years and years ago I played Pirates, and you know something? It was an amazing game. From actually getting your first ship, getting missions, putting a crew on it, you had to visit the taverns and beg people to come and join your crew. And then you'd have a massive sailing adventure. Huge. You'd take over ports, you'd take over ships, you'd build up a fleet, you'd lose men, you'd have to visit more taverns, you'd take over ports for your country. I lost, I think, 30... Well, your ship has 40 crew, your beginning ship. I had only 7 left after one battle. And well, next time I pulled into port, there was 40. Where did the come from with the fucking zombies come back from the dead? Had to crawl out of Davy Jones's fucking locker and come back on my ship. It's bullshit. It's just... I was expecting this huge immersive sailing game, and I've got World of Warcraft does fucking ships. And it's a shame. It's a shame because why are we pandering to these lazy bastards who want fucking instant action, instant gratification? I don't want to spend hours and hours sailing the high seas. Well, don't buy a fucking sailing game. Go and play WoW or something. You know what I'm saying? I broke my bell, guys. Needs fixing. It sounds very pooty. Is that better? Oh shit, I've really broke it now. The bell! The bell's broke! Hang on. I need a new bell, guys. I actually need... The bell has gone. This game has broke the bell. Well done. Naval Action. It's broken. The bell has broke. Yeah, the bell's broke. Sorry, guys. So I've played on PvP and I've played on PvE. And do you know what? There doesn't seem to be a hell of a lot of difference. I'm sailing past French, Spanish, and no one's bothering me. It's kind of like, yeah, there's a big French Constitution ship coming past me. And instead of me being scared and going, oh shit, it's like the sail past going, hey, on, Mackie, would you like a croissant? You know, it's just like, there's no danger. It's kind of boring. I'm bored with it. I really am. And you know, it's got crafting. I don't want crafting. I'm not interested in crafting. You can craft a ship, put it on the AH. Yeah, more WoW. And I'm not interested in it. I want a high seas naval adventure. I want to be a pirate, and you can be. And I want to have a pirate base, and I want to have my friends all pirates and go and do all piratey stuff. But
this game seems to be trying to tick all the boxes and keep everybody happy. And I mean, it's got a teleport, which is bullshit. I know you can only use it every few hours, but why is it there? If you sail across the sea and it takes you half a day, it should take you half a day to get back. That's part of the game. That's what made these games exciting back in the day with Sid Meier's Pirates. And I'm sorry to keep mentioning that, but you know, that is the game to beat, and this doesn't beat it. This doesn't even have half of the features of that. Now, I know it's early access. I mean, the boarding, for example, is like a fucking spreadsheet. When you board another ship, it's just like rock, paper, scissors spreadsheet of, do we brace, do we attack, do we defend, do we fire this, whereas in Sid Meier's, you'd have the sword fence, and you'd be the captain of your ship, sword fence, and the captain of the enemy ship, and whoever had the most men, that was what weighed up how difficult the sword fencing battle was. And it was great. It felt like you were actually taking over the ship. In this, it's kind of like you've done all the fighting with your cannons, and now you're going to board. Let's get the secretary out to decide this one, as she does a fucking spreadsheet. It's bullshit. I mean, I'm hoping that's just a placeholder. You can't seem to go on land and take over ports and things like that. It's all just it's not appealing to me. I don't like it. I hope it's going to change direction. It's got such an amazing combat system. The boats are so detailed. Some of the bigger boats just look gorgeous, guys. And when you see the smoke and the firing, it's kind of like they've done that so well, and then it's kind of like the rest of the game, they've lost the direction with it. Or maybe it's me, just the problem I have, you see, guys, is that where I have a big disadvantage, well, I call it an advantage, but people call it a disadvantage, I guess, is I've played a lot of games in my life. That's why a lot of people watch what I do, because I'm very experienced game. I've been around for a long time, too long, you know, playing games. And I've played games that are just like so much better than this, because what makes a game is the whole thing. It's not just one aspect. Yes, the combat in this is 10 times better than Sid Meier's Pirates, but Sid Meier's Pirates is 20 times better than this game, because there is so much more you could do and get immersed into. You know, you even got married and danced with your bride and all that kind of stuff. You know, the whole thing was the whole package. It's like games today don't give you the whole package, do they? They give you a bit of the package. You just don't ever seem to get the whole package anymore. You see, this is the thing. It's like that you get with games these days, you get part of the package, where you used to get all of it. Now you get a bit of it. And this, what we've got with this is you've got the combat, but the rest's just kind of, you know, it's just, I'm not going to bother bringing that anymore. It's just, you know, I'm disappointed. Now, it's early access, so let's not get too negative here, because this game has massive potential. If the developer watches this video, I beg you, please keep on the realistic, as you've even said in your description, keep on the immersive track. Get rid of all the bullshit, man. Get rid of the PvP instant battles. Get rid of the fucking teleport. And let's just have a proper ship game where if you want to fight, get your fucking ass out of the dock and get on the high seas. None of this camping the dock, joining PvP battles. It's bullshit. Absolute, and it'll just make the game world empty, like World of Warcraft, and it'll make it shit. That had millions of subscribers, now it's got 6. It's got 6 million left because everybody's fucked off because, oh, dungeons, oh, I don't want to have to ride to the dungeon, can't we teleport there? You know, and it's bad for your game. You'll regret it if you don't listen to me, I'm telling you. Get people out onto the seas where they should be and not sitting in the ports jumping into PvP fucking battles, for fuck's sake. Naval Action, guys, has huge potential, but it's as lazy as it's fucking expensive. And at this moment in time, I cannot endorse this as a worth a buy game.